Plasma here from NTA. Welcome back everyone. This is now episode 5 Colorado. This will be the Silent Assassin suit only run. So from the get-go, go to the right hand side and pick up your coin and next to the trailer. Turn around and go straight. So if you do this quick enough, the guards on the right hand side shouldn't notice you or shouldn't see you. Once you get here, you want to stay to the left hand side. Don't go too far forward, because for some reason if you go further than this point here, the guard that turns around and walks away will instead talk to the guy next to the barrel. This is not a good idea for him to do that, because you can't get past. Okay, once you quickly run down the side here, making sure you stick to the far possible right next to the fence, because the guy on top of the water tower may see you. Once you get to the door to your right hand side where the truck is, you want to lockpick and go through and make sure you crouch behind this truck. Once the two guards have finished speaking, now you want to follow them. So you'll see an opening in the fence on the right hand side, so please feel free to climb through. Stay crouched behind these crates here and wait for Graves and there's two targets talking to each other. So the important target we need to look out for is Graves. Once she's finished talking, she will turn around and walk away from the target. This is our chance to move. If you move any sooner than this, the other guards around the compound may see you. So you could say it's quite a tight gap. That's what she said. Anyway, carrying on. So once you see Graves walking down the stairs, quickly run up the ramp and go behind these crates here. Also, you need to pay attention to the guards on the left and don't take any notice of the guards to the right, because they shouldn't see you. So now the two guards we've got to pay attention to are these two guards right here. In theory, you don't have to shoot the camera like I did, because we're going to disable the camera evidence place very soon. So that's entirely up to you if you want to do it, but I've done it anyway. So once you're safe to do so, run down the stairs and go into the basement. Go through the door, and then you want to disable the guard inside this room. Of course, you want to hide his body in the crate just to the left of you, making sure you hide his weapon also. In this room there will be a modern lethal syringe that, if you want to get it, you can. It will be located right at the far end on top of the cabinet. Also, I do pick this up, but I don't show it in the video because we don't use it. So in this cabinet here to the left with a bicycle on, there will be a modern syringe just up high. So if you want to grab that, you can. If not, then don't bother, because I don't use it, so you can if you want to. Once you hit all the bodies and the guns, make sure you turn the boiler on. There is a reason why I do this, and I'll show you very soon. Okay, once you're in a right location, you now want to wait for your target. So this is the reason why I turn the boiler on. Always, this target will have an accomplice with him. If you have the boiler on, the target will notice there's a sound, and then that guard will always turn around and go back up the stairs. If that boiler's off, then of course the guard behind him will come in this room. So that's a quick thing to know, well, good thing to know. And then we want to kill him. So pick anything up on his body, because we may use it or we may not. Okay, go upstairs, and you want to use this door right here. So before we continue on, just to make sure everything's in the right location, we now want to mess with the clock. So tamper with the clock. And now we want to go into Sean Rhodes' room. Once the guards walk away, this guard will have a set pattern, so just be careful of that one. Once you're happy, go into this door here, make sure you use your lockpick. There is a key for this room. It's located in the meeting room just below.
That is Sean Rose, terrorist turned insurgent.
So in this room here, there will be 2 guards. Well, 1 at the moment. So take out the guard here, take his gun, or just hide his body. I would recommend hiding his body because you may have a tight window here. And then once Sean Rose enters this building, he will look at the clock, and of course always his bodyguard will come into this room here. So quickly subdue the bodyguard and take the gun that is located outside before anyone notices. So now we have enough time to hide these bodies and get set up to kill Sean Rose. So it's best to hide 1 body in there. We don't want too many bodies laying around. And then pick up the next gun to have max ammo. Of course we're not going to carry this gun around, it's just to get rid of the gun on the floor. And I would suggest hiding the body behind this couch. Making sure you pull the body so Sean Rose won't see it. Also, once you're satisfied with your body location, drop the gun and now wait for your next target. Once he sees his clock has been tampered with, he will enter his room. So this will give you a free kill once he enters. So go behind him. We don't even have to tamper with the pencils, because he will always come in his room if you tamper. Well, if you tamper or not tamper with the clock, but I would still recommend tamper with the clock below. Once you killed him, you want to place him in the closet, and then we're going to move on. So from here, go right, go through the bathroom and leave. Also, please take note on your minimap of where this patrolling guard will be. Also, be careful of the 2 hackers in this next room. I will suggest making sure both hackers are in the other room before doing this. Once you start it up, 1 or both of the hackers will hear a sound. They won't enter straight away. It'll give you enough time to grab it and hide. Just quickly. So hide around this corner here. Try to get as far as you can in the corner. I did have a few issues with this area because I couldn't really get to a safe point quickly.
Nothing here. Get back to whatever you were doing. Really?
But I ended up finding this little corner here. It seems to work fine now once I found it. So once you're happy, you will now want to go downstairs. Also, if you want to save, feel free to save, because I have been saving often in this playthrough here. I'm just trying to speed the video up. So I just cut out as much as I can just to speed the video up. So I have been saving during this run, so don't worry. This is not going to be like a perfect run. Once you go in this next room, you want to shoot the evidence box. So then if you get caught by any cameras, we don't have to worry now. Okay, now we're going to climb through this window once the 2 patrolling enemies on the left hand side look away from us. So as soon as that guard next to the fence looks away, quickly get out and run. And go through this gate here. This outside area, or the perimeter, is probably the best bet to run around. And be careful of the guards working out the right, because they may see you. You may have to reload. So once you go through here, you want to go to the next opening on the fence and climb up. So there's a fence right there, right now to the right, that I forgot about. Then realised what I've done wrong. Also, just go to your instincts mode. Make sure the guards are not looking at your location before climbing over. Jump across the barriers, or jump over I should say. Now we're going to kill Maya. So enter this building here, grab the crowbar, because we're going to need it. So make a manual save once again if you want to. And then we're going to disable this guy here to the left. Hopefully no one sees you.
Is Maya Parvati,
Subdue the guy.
Assassin turned pirate turned insurgent.
And then just to make sure, we're going to hide his body. So I'd recommend staying as far left of the wall as possible, so as far as you can towards the wall, because sometimes do sometimes the guy outside somehow sees inside in the small crack of the door. So just drop the gun anywhere. The gun's not really important for the rating if they found it. But of course, this woman is a pain in the ass to kill with a fibre wire. Especially when you're doing Silent Assassin suit only. So the best thing I've done, I've just found it's quite a good way actually.
Good work.
And once she gets to a certain point where she's walking out, you want to shoot her in the head. Of course, the guy looking at her computer will turn the opposite way of where she's dead. So then use your crowbar and just throw the crowbar out so both guards were looking straight out at it and not inside. This will give you enough time to hide her body. Also make them another manual save, just so we don't have to do it all over again. So we're now going to go back and kill Graves. Graves is going to be the last one because she's the easiest to kill. Also, now we're going to have to backtrack, so we have to watch these guards and jump back over the fence, so we'll be on the outside of the perimeter. So once you're happy enough, both guards are not looking at you, make a run for it. So same thing before. We're going to go back to where we jumped through the window when we was in the house. So we're going to backtrack now. I wouldn't recommend doing what I've just done in this perimeter, because as you'll see very closely now, I almost get seen. So I would recommend you going from the outside still.
Whoa! Oh my god.
But also once you're on the outside, you've got to be careful of the guard walking towards you. He may be changing pattern. So you've got to be careful of that. I think that's the reason why I've done that, but of course that's risking getting seen. Of course if you get seen anyway, we can just reload it. Okay, once you're in this area here, you want to go behind the blue tarpaulin laying on the fence. So you've got to be very careful now. Wait for the guard that is on the fence, leaning on or leaning against it, looks away.
What?
You have to be very careful of the guard to the left as well. So we can't do nothing yet. Okay, now it's good to go. Okay, once we safely made it back inside, go back into the server room, and now we're going to wait. Wait here with a fibre wire until Graves leaves this house. Before she actually leaves, in this corridor here, just take her out and hide her body.
Now gain access to the tornado
Now from here,
shelter.
we want to go into the basement, so we're right next to it. And since we've already done a Sean Rose's face, we can quickly get down there. Of course, you should know what to do now. Just investigate the room, and then Diana will tell you to leave. Of course, as well, the we will get more than one challenge. We get no evidence, Silent Assassin, suit only, and then we get the Silent Assassin suit only challenge. So we get 4. I believe we get 4 challenges. Also, I haven't completed the levels during my other videos, so you will see loads of pop-ups of what I've got so far. So as I say, you get Silent Assassin suit only, no evidence, and then you get the Silent Assassin suit only. Alright guys, I'll see you guys and girls in the next one.